Alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. You're welcome once again to another session of our Learn and Speak Arabic Language Like the Natives in 6 Months program. In this lesson, we'll be looking at the module 2 of our Arabic lesson, which covers the fundamentals of Arabic language. Fundamentals of Arabic language. Basically, we are trying to learn the primary things that are necessary to be understood before you get into the basic or more core aspect of the Arabic language. So, under the fundamentals of Arabic language, we'll be looking at أجزاء الكلام, which is parts of speech. Parts of speech. In every language, especially in English, if you are a first user of English, or maybe English it's not mother tongue, you're not a native speaker, English is your second language, you start to learn the part of speech in English. So the same way, we'll be learning parts of speech in Arabic. Why do we have to start with the parts of speech? Part of speech gives you a framework or a skeletal work into the language. It helps you identify the things that you need to learn, the things that you will be needing to know about for you to be able to use the language properly. Therefore, in Arabic, there are 3 parts of speech, as opposed the English part of speech, which are probably 9 or 10. Let's have a recap into English parts of speech. We have noun, we have adjective, we have verb, adverb, prepositions, interjections, and so on and so forth. In Arabic, there are just 3 parts of speech. 3 parts of speech. أجزاء الكلام. The first is al-ism, which is noun, which is the way we have it in English. Al-ism, noun. Number 2, we have al-fi'l, which is verb. Al-fi'l, verb. And number 3, we have al-harf, which is particle. We'll begin to look at each of these parts of speech and learn about them. We'll not go into details or into core of these topics since we are learning the fundamentals. In the subsequent lessons, you expect to have more of these things. Okay, so what is al-ism? Let's look at that. Al-ism, which is noun. Just like in English, it's just a naming word. And in Arabic, it has a little bit of, different definition, but usage is just the same. Nouns has to do with naming word. It includes names of person, places, countries, things, whether abstract or concrete, is taken. In Arabic, al-ism is defined as كل كلمة تدل على كل شيء تدل على كل شيء يدرك بالحواس أو بالعقل، وهو ما تدل على معنى في نفسه. It refers to every word or any word that refers to something that could be felt, and that is the concrete part of it, or something that has a name but couldn't be felt. That is the abstract part of it. So and it's said to her to refer to a meaning on its own, meaning it makes sense on its own. So, for example, if I say Husseina, Husseina is a name and it makes a meaning because it's a name of a person. So, it refers to someone. We know this is the name of a person. If I say Makkatu, then it makes sense. It makes a whole sense because it's a name of a country. And if I, for example, if I say Maktab, which is table, and that is something concrete, so it makes sense as well. It refers to something, that has a meaning on its own, that refers to something meaningful. And that is what al-ism is all about. All right. In Arabic, there are some signs that things that helps you to, things that help you to identify what is a noun in Arabic. So let's look at these signs, one after the other. There are 3 basic signs that will help you identify a noun in any given Arabic text, whether Quran or other things. Just look out for these 3 things that I'll be mentioning in this lesson. The first one is tanween. And tanween, that is what we've learned in the last lesson. If you missed the last lesson, kindly go back to lesson 1 and look at what we talk about regarding tanween. The first thing you look out for is tanween, which is double vowel. When a word carries tanween, you have no doubt whatsoever that this word is a noun, al-ism. For example, kitabun, masjidun, maktabun, and so on and so forth. So these are nouns that, with these signs, nouns are identified. Is that taken? Now let's go to number 2. Attachment of al to a noun. If you go back to lesson 1, we talked about Shamsiyya and Qamariyya letters, and we said they are defined due to the attachment to al, and al means the in Arabic. So it's only noun that has these characteristics. It's only noun that can be added to al. Verb will never do that, nor particle, al-harf, will never do that. Noun definitely will attach or will attract the attachment of al to itself. Number 3, al-jar. Al-jar or genitive case, these are declensional, grammatical declensional position or case of word. This refers to the word ending, how Arabic words end. How Arabic words end with respect to the vowel that we talk about. With respect to the vowels that we talk about fatha, kasra, and dhamma. Arabic word ends, or any Arabic word ends in either dhamma, fatha, or kasra. It ends in either u or a or e. And when you have a word that ends in a kasra, e, no doubt that this word is a noun. So this is a sign, is a case ending for a noun, al-ism, in Arabic. For example, in the Quran, you find words like إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا. You see, في ديني, and no doubt that the word dini because it has a kasra, it ends in E, is a noun. في دين الله في دين الله. You see, في دين, that's what we need there. And we have Allah also. في دين الله أفواجا. You see, the word Allah also has a kasra. So this makes these two words a noun, unarguably. All right. So please take note of these three signs. Ensure to watch this video till the end. There are questions that you will answer to test your knowledge of this lesson. In these lessons, the questions will be required of you to answer them in the comment section. Ensure to take your notebook and put them down and listen to every explanation. Now let's move on. This is a simple explanation, okay, of what noun and the signs that will help you identify nouns that we have. Okay, now let's look at number 2, which is al-fi'l. Al-fi'l means verb. When we talk of verb, in English we know that verbs are action words. It's a word that denotes action in relation to time, and this is it's not different in Arabic as well. So in Arabic, فعل is defined as كل كلمة تدل على حدوث شيء مقترن بالزمن. It refers to the occurrence of actions with respect to time. So verb, whenever you rule time out of verb, then it becomes noun or something else. As for al-ism, time is not a factor. For verb, time is a factor. Time is a what? Is a factor for verb. Alright. This will take us to, the types of verb that we have with respect to time. We have the past tense or perfect tense verb. This is called al-fi'l al-madi. This is called what? Or we say fi'l al-madi. This is called what? Fi'l al-madi. Alright, as you can see written here. Please take note of every word that is written here. So this is called fi'l al-madi, a past tense verb. Is that taken? Now, if this is understood, then let's look at the second type of verb that we have with respect to time. The second type of verb with respect to time. Now, we have fi'l al-mudari. Fi'l al-mudari. Fi'l al-mudari is referring to a present tense or imperfect tense. Present or what? Or imperfect tense. What do we mean when we say present or imperfect tense? Just like what we have in English. Fi'l al-mudari is a verb basically that denotes action that you are doing right now. Action that you are doing right now, or action that you are doing continuously, or action that is habitual. So I can say, I write, okay, or I am writing, or I'll write. This is fi'l mudari. Okay, so we'll look at example under fi'l mudari, inshallah. Number 3, we have command tense. Fi'l al-amr. We have what? Fi'l al-amr. Fi'l al-amri is a command tense. Is a tense, is a verb that you use to give order. We'll also look at the signs to help you identify fi'l al-amr. Number 4. Of course, this number 4 is a part of number 2. It's a part of fi'l al-mudari. However, we need to separate them because there are some entity that will allow us to make distinction between them. What do I mean? فعل الفعل الدال إلى المستقبل is a future tense verb. It is not different. Future tense in Arabic is not different than the imperfect tense verb. It's not different. Meaning that the same فعل المضارع can also refer to future tense. It can also imply future tense verb. However, to create some distinction, there are some letters that you had to create some sense of what? Distinction. Now let's move on to the past tense verb properly. Here, past tense verb, I'm going to give you an example. As you can see right here, we have قال. قال is said. And this is a common verb to everyone. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. قال. This is a verb. Another example. ذهب. ذهب. He went. سكن. He lived. He lived in a particular place. In the dictionary, if you check your dictionary, you would usually find this past tense verb given in a verb infinitive form. For example, to say قال, to go ذهب, to leave سكن. That is how your dictionary give you. However, literally, whenever you heard a verb in this manner, it means قال, he said, ذهب, he went, and سكن, he lived. What are the signs to help us identify verbs in a context or in a given text? This is not much, just one of them. For every single verb in Arabic, number matters. We have singular verb, we have dual verb, and we have plural verb, meaning a verb that refers to a singular person and a verb that refers to two persons and a verb that refers to from 3 and above, many persons. Now, talking about the singular verb, you would usually find that it has a fatha. For a singular verb, you always find a fatha, the vowel fatha. So we say قال, ذهب, it ends in fatha. The last letter will end in fatha. That's what we mean here. The last letter will end in fatha. قال, you see that the lam here ends in fatha. ذهب, the ba ends in fatha. سكن, the noon ends in fatha as well. Please take note of these things. Number 2, let's talk about the present tense verb, meaning the perfect, imperfect tense verb, which is a فعل المضارع. فعل المضارع. For فعل المضارع, just like I said, it refers to present time. في الفعل الدال على وقت حاضر, present time, أو وقت المستقبل. Okay, talking about the present time or the future time. That is an imperfect tense for you, فعل مضارع. However, how do we identify a فعل مضارع? This will take us to 4 elements. There are 4 letters that serve as prefixes. And these prefixes denote who is carrying out the action. These prefixes are 4 letters put together as anaita, amza, noon, ya, and ta. These letters ends or basically carry fatha. A, ya, ta, na, Nun is there. Now let's take some examples. The Amza there, it carries a fatha. Amza, it signifies the pronoun I. It's talking about I. The first person talking, we use that when you're referring to a present tense verb, imperfect tense verb, fi'l mudari. The amza there, which is a prefix to the verb, serves as or refers to the person who is talking, the first person talking. First person pronoun I. The ya refers to the third person, e. Third person, e, for a singular person who you're referring to. The noon is referring to we, first person plural, we or first person dual. It's referring to we, and the ta is referring to she or you. The ta, when used with a verb, it could refer to she, the third person feminine, and it could refer to second person masculine, and of course second person feminine. Now let's look at some examples here. If you look at these examples, you have I live, askunu ana, I live, yaskunu huwa, he lives, naskunu nahnu, we live, taskunu hiya, she lives. And you can say taskunu anta, you live, masculine. Now, how do we refer to a second person feminine? We say, for example, we want to say you live also, you live. All right. And then what do we say here? We say taskunina, taskunina, taskunina. That's how you make a distinction between a masculine and feminine. Taskunina anti. In this case, it's anti. Taskunina anti. For masculine, you say anta. That's a pronoun. Anta. Okay? And of course, for feminine, you say anti. However, to make a distinction, you say with the verb, you say taskunina. Please take note of that. It's very important. Anti. Anti. This is the way you have it. Anti. Okay? So, and how's it pronounced? I'm going to write that down. Taskunin. You can simply say taskunin or taskunina in full. And this is the way you refer to a feminine second person. Feminine second person. The person you're talking to in your front. Okay, if this is understood, then let's quickly have a classwork for you to do. This classwork must be done in the comment section. First of all, have your notebook and a pen. Write down this note, and of course, write down your classwork before posting to the comment section. The classwork asks you to work on verb dhahab. Dhahab is a past tense, which means it went, and the question asks you to work on it to make it present tense and use it in the forms that we've given in this case. So, and I give an example, yadhhab. So if yadhhab is he goes. So how do we say you go for both masculine and feminine? How do you say you go for both masculine and what? And feminine. Okay? How do you say she goes? That's what the question asks you to do. How do you say we go? Is that taken? I've given an example. Yadhhab, he goes, yadhhab. Okay? So you're gonna do the rest. Give me yadhhab. Is that taken? يذهب. Okay, so you're going to work on that. And the second assignment, the second classwork, which you're going to work on is قال. You work on the verb قال in that manner. So I'll give an example here. يقول, he says. So you're going to do she says, you say, we say, you say for feminine in that manner. So please ensure that you do this and you give your solution in the comment section. This is very important. And ensure to like this lesson. Ensure to turn on the notification. And ensure to share to others to learn from this wonderful lesson. Also, do not forget to subscribe if you are watching this lesson for the first time, and ensure that you go back to lesson 1 so that you can follow this 6-month program, learn Arabic and speak like the natives in 6 months. Do not miss any lesson out. Is that taken? If you have any question, ensure to drop it in the comment section and your questions will be answered too. In the next lesson, we'll be talking about the command tense. How do you form the command tense? How do you identify command tense in a given text? How do you also identify future tense? We're going to be talking about future tense. How do you identify it? What are the signs? What are the letters? Is that taken? So if you follow this lesson thoroughly, in 6 months time, inshallah, you'll be able to understand Arabic lesson, Arabic speech. You'll be able to understand the Quran or Hadith or any Arabic text. Just ensure that you follow this lesson one after the other. Write down the note and ensure that you do not miss any lesson. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you. Thank you once again and see you in the next lesson. Bye.